Hey folks, so the last video I did, I sort of talked about what it's like to be cut down to one guitar and the strangeness of being a single guitar person after having an arsenal for so long, which I find kind of interesting actually, psychologically and otherwise. And today I want to talk about another thing that change that I'm dealing with, and that's the fact that for years and years on end I've constantly been buying guitars, not usually for my own playing and enjoyment, but for business, to fix and recycle. Some of us call it flipping, but you know what I mean. Always got new guitars coming in, always got stuff to work on. And I've sort of shut down operations for the last month I'm here, mainly because all my tools are gone. And I'm concentrating on other things for the last few weeks. So, but it is odd. It is odd not to have that steady stream of instruments coming through the door, that excitement of trying out a new guitar or a new brand or a new model. It's kind of you almost feel a slight sense of withdrawals, if you know what I mean. I'll tell you what I don't miss though. I don't miss dealing with some of the hassles of buying and selling. For instance, all the annoying things about Amazon, eBay, Reverb, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, meeting people, having people not show up, having people lowball you. It's nice to get a break from all that stuff. I'm sort of enjoying the hiatus in that respect. But actually having the packages come to your door and that feeling of cutting open a new box, and getting into a new experience with an instrument, even though from my perspective it's often a business thing and not a personal pleasure thing, I still enjoy it. I really enjoy looking at even cheap, inexpensive models of guitars, assessing, evaluating, fixing, setting up are all things that I really enjoy. So that's taking a bit of getting used to. But like I said, it's nice to have the break from the more annoying parts of constantly having guitars coming. So I'm just wondering if any of you have been through a similar hiatus, and whether you enjoyed the experience or you found that you were constantly having withdrawal symptoms and needing that fix, if you like. It's always interesting to compare and hear what other people have dealt with in the past. Or perhaps you don't have this constant need to have new instruments coming in anyway. It's not part of your experience. So this obviously only speaks for a certain percentage, a certain type of guitar enthusiasts. Not all guitar enthusiasts are avid collectors and bargain hunters. So I shouldn't speak for everyone, but I'd say that the majority that I meet these days and sell guitars to have some sort of collection. So it's more common than not. Anyway, it's just an interesting thing to talk about. Yeah, it's kind of a mixed experience for me. On one hand, there is sort of a feeling of that I'm missing out, but on the other hand, I really am enjoying not having to deal with the annoyances, the darker side of guitar dealing. So it's kind of a mixed thing, a mixed experience. But anyway, as you can tell, I'm standing in a empty garage. There's nothing here save a few items left. And for those of you who are wondering why there's this interval between me shipping my stuff and me actually leaving and taking the trip, there's two reasons. First of all, international shipping takes 2 to 3 months right now. So even if I were to fly over there today, I'd still be waiting 2 or 3 months for the stuff to arrive. That's a pretty normal international shipping period from the US to the UK. The second reason is because during the summer, there is a hiatus on, or a moratorium on flying pets because of the heat in the summer months, and both countries are going through, or at least my area anyway, going through a bit of a heat wave. So the earliest I could fly my dog and do the pet travel is mid-September. So I'm waiting for that date to arrive. So that's another thing. If you're moving and you have an animal or a pet that you need to factor in, it does change your planning, and you have to sort of figure out, all of the logistics of pet travel. In this case, during the summer months from my particular state to most international destinations, you can't fly a dog or a cat at the moment, or I don't think any pet, just because of the heat dangers in the cargo hold of an aircraft. So that's fine with me. I don't mind waiting until it's safe or until it's a better experience for my dog. So that's the other reason why there's this sort of time interim that I'm having to wait out, for those who have asked anyway. But let me know what your experience is when you've had sort of to stop or pause in your collecting or assessing shopping activities, how you felt about it. All right, folks, see you on the next one.